Guys, one of you are having a positive feedback. All right, Harini, it's a go, I think.
I looked into Agent Forge. It's like a library they've integrated in Python, and you can easily install it using pip install. And so they claim it can help build agents with cognitive architectures like multi-agent scripts and all that. And the main what we can do is we can build customizable agents. It has custom tools and actions, and you can give dynamic prompts. It even has the knowledge graph functionality, and it is LLM agnostic agents. And because each agent can call different LLMs if needed. And then it supports OpenAI, Google, Anthropic API. Even the open source model is there for Uber. And it's simple Python code classes that we can use to develop a simple agent, a fast, to develop anything quickly. And it's a low code framework, and it's compatible with LLMs, as I already said. And so the core concept is it has agents, it has modules, knowledge graph, there's LLM API integration using the API keys. And then we can even set our configurations for the system, model, storage, and all that. And one example I tried was just creating a simple chat. That's an example in their documentation, and give it a persona. And then it would, give the output based on that persona. And yeah, and there's quite a lot of utilities I found. It looks like a very small project, and there are no use cases or user examples or anything yet. And it's a live project too, so they even said if anybody were interested to contribute, we could contribute. So this is about the Agent Forge. I'll share this link on Slack. Unfortunately, I'm not able to share the screen. Yeah. But I felt it was very simple to integrate different LLMs and create agents and all that.
Nice idea. Yes, please do share your presentation on Slack, and we're looking at that. And
sure.
So what's your general opinion? What are the strengths that you see with this?
So for me, the low code, it was very easy to create an agent, give a persona. It has classes already built in for all these. So we just use those classes, put in our personalization. It was running. So that I felt was very quick to to develop. And it even supported knowledge graphs. So that was something good. And yes, you can use different LLMs for different agents. That was another thing. The integration, it supported that.
Nice, very nice. So, guys, one of the things that I observe, Heidi, if you have a comment on that, you notice that a lot of these agent frameworks are trying to be low-code frameworks. They're trying to make it very, very easy for you to integrate different tools. So, just a little while ago, we were, I think, Prakash was just making an analogy of this with Zapier, which gives you integration with a lot of tools like Salesforce and email and this and that, third-party vendors. And in some sense, the agent, it plays well into this. You can, in the agent framework, you can treat all of these tools and integrations with them, and you could leverage a lot of power. So has anyone, for example, look into the likes of Zapier? What happens if you integrate with the likes of Zapier? Yeah. And by the way, does Zapier have a API, or is it just all using the UI?
It does not have an API.
It does not have an API, so it can't be integrated. Okay, interesting. So in a way, we have now an AI sort of alternative coming. The tooling of AI, the tool part of the agent looks like that. Go ahead, Albert.
So I see most of these frameworks, they use OpenAI by default, and they claim that they're going to provide other LLMs. But this framework seems to we can integrate even all the LLMs. So that's a good thing.
That is a good thing. That's a really good. Albert points out that most of the other frameworks, quite often, they have OpenAI integration by default, and others seems to be aspirational roadmaps, right, on the aspiration. And this good thing about this project is that it gives you out of the box integration with other LLMs. It certainly is true, guys. And whether we like it or not, in 2024, 2023, it has been a fact that OpenAI essentially wrote the rule book. The API signatures everyone more or less copies or adheres to because it has become the familiar or the template, and things come up. Though, in my opinion, with the coming in of the things like Olama, there is no real reason actually for a large majority of cases why you would go to OpenAI when with Olama you can run a local model, pay no price at all, run it much, much faster, and also have the opportunity to fine tune it. Right?
Yeah, it also offers like out-of-the-box integration to LoRa models.
Yes, that is true. And as Ishila points out, it gives you out-of-the-box integration to LoRa and to fine tuning. And then you also have access to, I mean, you can do it with open Olama, you can do it with Llama Factory, you can do it with many things. The moment you keep it local, and I suppose the point, you have access to a lot of power that you can do. And as programmers, we like to keep things flexible, things that we can hack and play and things with. So that's one advantage of using local models. I am increasingly, I mean, our personal experience is at one time we had no choice but to use OpenAI, and we're very excited and thrilled and so forth. Today, I find that of the commercial ones, I find Cloud to be, actually, I don't know if anybody shares that experience. I like the responses from Cloud much better when it comes to text summarizations and so forth. OpenAI, if you ask it to talk about any topic or something, it sort of you can distinctly tell it's come from OpenAI, isn't it? But it will use words like in the realm of this topic or something like that. It's become almost a cliche with that. But anyway, it's a style. It's still very effective. But I would always suggest at least try out local models before you completely give into using a commercial model. Albert.
So these local models, when you download, in the past it was very hard to download Mistral on your laptop. But now with Olama, it's able to download.
Just a command. It's just a command.
But how is it able to download and run effectively? Because in the past, that was a struggle, right? So what has Olama done to make it easier there?
Olama has become pretty much, for example, if you download it for Linux, it behaves like a typical Linux process and natively runs those runs an inference server with that model, which is amazing. I mean, you could argue that it might not have some of the optimizations, for example. I don't know, by the way, does anybody have a statement about running a model on Olama versus running it on Triton and writing the code by hand to engage with it or something like that?
I wrote a small piece of code I showed you with Olama.
Yeah, Olama is very easy, but I'm saying performance trade-off. Has anybody done a performance trade-off between running it on Olama versus using for example, doing a TensorRT/Triton server path for the model? I mean, NVIDIA native. I don't know what the situation is, but Olama has certainly made it very, very convenient, and now everybody can use that. That's certainly true.